Okay, the book object, where is the book object we have? Okay, it's here. It extends product. So when we go to the product object, we have this calculate shipping cost function, okay? And let's say that now we fill it in some way. Maybe it will print some message to say, okay, it's calculate shipping cost is, I'm not making up a story. Of course, it doesn't, it's just, it is 0, okay? It is not something. It will just say, okay, it is 0. So what happened here is now, then the shipping cost is 0. It will just print 0. And when I go to my book object again, here, and then I can also call this calculate shipping cost function also here. And then what will happen is, just to make you to recache the story, now this is explained written in a product object, and the book class extends the product object. That's why we can call this calculate shipping cost here, and then it will give me that it is 0. Then I can say no, it shouldn't be 0. That's not how it works with books. Okay, we don't have shipping cost 0 here. I need to change it for the books only. And also maybe I have another class. Let's say, let's open one more class also. I will do it quickly. Let's say we are also selling smartwatches, which also extends product. And in that one, now since this is also extending product, now it also has this shipping cost object, which is, I will also do it here. Let's create also one instance of it. And then when I call this calculate shipping cost, it will also print me this, it is 0 part. Now the thing is, maybe it should be different. Like maybe I don't like the solution for the product class. It's a general one. But as a company, maybe we'll say that, okay, this is for the shipping cost, for the smartwatch, well, it's a fragile item. Okay, so it will be carried with it carefully. So I need to change it. It cannot be 0. So I need to change it. For the books, it's also different. It's not 0, but it will be different. So what I should do is, I will need to override it, because it will be different for each different class, and I don't like the solution for the product. So for that one, what I need to do is, now I'm going to product class. I will copy paste this one. The reason is that its signature should be same. Like it's a calculate shipping cost that doesn't take any parameter. And then for the smartwatch, well, for simplicity, I will just say, okay, it should be the cost is, I don't know, whatever you would like to say. Now for the but for the books, now I'll go to the books part. Okay, I also need to change it for the books. It's not 0. It shouldn't be 0. The cost for books is 50. Let's say, I'm just again making it up for that. So what happened now is, when I go to my main code again, and when I run these codes, I will calculate the shipping cost for the book and smartwatch. What I'll see is, now the shipping cost for books is 50, and the cost is 100 riyal for the smartwatches. So now I'm calling the same function, but I'm getting different results for those objects. I overrided this. So you might say, okay, what would happen if I didn't override it? Like for the smartwatch, okay, I'm happy with that. It is 0. Okay, we are on sale. It should be 0. So if I don't define it, then the one that is defined in the product will run. So that's why now it will say it's just 0. So for the overriding, basically, we override it, the functions that is defined that we inherit. So we can change them based on our needs. Let me check if I miss anything. Oh yeah. But when we are overriding it, I said it, but I want to emphasize that the signature should be exactly same. So what it means is, when I'm defining this, like the signature of this code, this function is name and the parameters. So name is same, and but if I say that okay, this is a calculate shipping cost, but with some I don't know, some maybe tax there. There's some tax there, okay? So I need to maybe calculate some value here, which is maybe I will multiply it with the price, whatever it is. Of course, this doesn't sound reasonable to calculate the shipping cost, but anyway, then maybe I will use this cost. The shipping cost is this. Then, did I override the function? I didn't override the function. Now I overloaded it. I just introduced another function because now it has the same name, yes, but it has a different parameters. So when I run this code again for the smartwatch, what will happen is that it's not overridden, so it will show me the one that is defined in the product class, which says it is 0. So this should be same. And well, can I change? So okay, this is overloading. So in order to make overriding, again, the signature should be same. Can I change this void? Maybe I said, okay, I don't want to print it. I need to return it. Okay. So I need to change it to float. If I do it, what will I get? If I hit the T, will I get an error or not? Compile error, why?
Because it didn't know which function to call. The one that returns or the one that explodes.
Yes, so the return type does not belong to the signature. So it's a void function. I cannot convert it to float. It should be still void. I cannot change it. This is not allowed. So if I am trying to do this, I'm getting an error as we see here. So this should be still void, and I need to, okay, I'll just go back this part. So this will be void, and maybe I can also change this to whatever it is. And of course, this is a copy paste error. I need to change it. All right. There's one more rule that we also have to memorize, which is, okay, the rule is I inherited a function from the parent class. I can change its content. I cannot change its signature, otherwise it will be overloaded. I cannot change its return type. How about the accessibility? So the original function that I'm inheriting, it's a public one. If it's a public one, can I make it, let's say, protected? I cannot. I'm getting an error. Can I make it default? I cannot. It's also, can I make it private? Again, not. So the rule is that, does it mean that I cannot change its accessibility? No, it's not the rule. The rule is I cannot change it, reduce its accessibility. Like your father gave you money, like an inheritance, okay? Says that, okay, spread this to all these people, like whoever wants you should give it, okay? Then you cannot say that, okay, my father wanted to give it to all people, but no, I will give only these 2 people, not all of them. So I cannot reduce the that. This is like because it is meant to say that, okay, you should spread it to give it to all people. But how about the reverse? Let's say that my calculate shipping cost one is a default one, okay? Then I can say that, can I make it public? The answer is yes. So now I can increase its visibility. So like it was in the beginning, it was only accessible by, I can only, so again, going from the same analogy, it was said, okay, you can use this money for these 2 people. Then I'm saying, okay, I will use it for these 2 people, but I will also give it to more people. This is what you might think in this way. So I can increase the visibility. But then, okay, which one is more visible? Which one is the most visible one? Public. Then, which one is second visible? Protected. Then default. Yes. Private is like they are not inheriting private methods, so it's not the case. We cannot override it. So basically, if it is default, I can still make it protected. It is allowed. If it is protected, then I can make it public, protected, but I cannot make it default. So if I just delete it, I will get an error. I cannot reduce the visibility. I can only increase it when I'm overriding the messages. All right. Do you have any questions so far? Okay. Just one more example here. So here we see, okay, an employee class that extends person. So what is a person? Person class has this name, and it has this constructor. And then in an employee class, now we call this super function. So just as a recap, so which means that, okay, it calls the constructor of the parent class that takes one parameter, which is this. So we basically run this one first. We set the name, and then we set the salary. It also has this get pay amount function, and then we have this commission employee. It extends employee. So there's like a grandfather, father, and son relation, and in which it has commission and sales, and then in this one commission employee, it has this long constructor. So it calls the constructor of the parent class, which takes two parameters, and then it sets the name and salary for, and then it does these two other setting operations, and then for this double get pay amount. So we are overriding this. So a normal employee will get only salary, but a commission employee will get their base salary plus their commission, and based on the number of sales they make. So this, I need to change it because it's not applicable. They are not getting only salary, so I'm overriding that method.